Usman and Khamzat have been in the news a lot recently as a reported title fight is just around the corner. He wants to replace Leon Edwards and fight Usman, but people are saying he isn't ready for it. So what is going on? Well, stay tuned to today's video as we're going to discuss, is Khamzat ready for Usman? First up, is Khamzat ready for this fight? As Khamzat will be replacing Edwards in the fight with Usman, people are saying he hasn't trained enough for this match. It's going to be a tough one for both sides, but it looks like Khamzat is more than ready to enter the octagon against Usman. The current fight is between Edwards and Usman, but of course, if things change, Khamzat says he is ready to take on either side. Khamzat Chimaev is always in the news talking a big game, but can he get the win against either Edwards or Usman? What do you think? Let us know down in the comment section below. Din Thomas recently suggested that if either Usman or Edwards were to pull out this title fight, Chimaev would replace one and face either one of them. Before Thomas could complete his question and ask whether Chimaev would be willing to step in, the Chechenian-born Swedish fighter said he would be up for it, expressing his willingness to fight Edwards or Usman if their fights fall apart. Chimaev said, "I'm ready." Boers has consistently emphasized he's willing to face anyone in the UFC welterweight division, be it Colby Covington, Leon Edwards, or Kamaru Usman. Furthermore, during the UFC 273 post-fight press conference, UFC President Dana White indicated that Chimaev could face Covington next. What do you think about all this? Let us know down in the comment section below. This year is already off to a great start with the UFC, and we could even see someone like Jake or Logan Paul enter the octagon. And now we have some other UFC news. Next up, Dana White's plans for the future of MMA are revealed. Dana White seems to be taking this virtually for the future of the MMA and the UFC as fights head into the metaverse later this year. The first UFC pay-per-view event of 2022 happened with Ngannou vs. Gane in the octagon for the heavyweight title. Later this year, he believes the metaverse will be involved in some shape or form. The UFC isn't doing the best right now, and the sport of MMA has had some controversies recently. New things need to happen for the sport and the company to keep things smooth. "We are looking to do a fight in the metaverse," White said. "We have been working on it for a while. It will be a live fight, an actual fight that takes place inside the metaverse. Kids at home, you could put on your effing goggles and you could effing get up and go walk around. You know, we're still working it out, but it will be soon. We'll be doing a fight in the middle of the metaverse." White's comments actually only came a few days after NFT companies signed with the UFC to create a new market of fighting currencies, just like boxing is doing right now. This is the future of the sport in their eyes. However, it's gonna work. The UFC and of course White are set to announce something really soon regarding a virtual event. We will have the news as soon as it happens. Let us know down in the comment section below what you thought about today's video, and also tell us about your thoughts on the UFC right now. And now we have Paddy Pimblett, rising UFC star, open to Ilia Topuria fight after London win. Paddy Pimblett is slowly becoming a UFC superstar and wants everyone to know that he is ready for any opponent. He is ready to fight the unbeaten Ilia Topuria in his next bout. The two happened to clash before Topuria knocked out Jai Herbert at UFC London, in which Pimblett said Topuria was scared to face him in the octagon. Just 2 fights into his professional career, he is already one of the biggest fighters on the promotion and is a highly talked about fighter. It's mainly his character that makes people love or hate him. He seems more than happy to call out his rivals and just wants to get in the ring with them. When asked about how his career is going to head from here, he just said it's only going to get bigger and better. What a guy. Let us know down in the comment section below what you think of Paddy Pimblett. Now, Logan Paul wants to enter the octagon against who? Recently, Jake Paul has been talking a lot about wanting to get into the UFC and fight some big names, but his brother Logan hasn't really spoken much about his brother or himself entering the sport. Logan has gone from boxing to recently being a part of the WWE. He has his first match against the Mysterio family, and it went super well. Regardless of how fans feel about Paul beating Mysterio, the fighting was great and Logan was super good at his moves and playing the part. Now that Logan has done the WWE and boxing, he has been talking about the UFC. He has no beef with anyone in the sport, but said he would love to fight against Paddy Pimblett, and it would be awesome to see Logan fight him before his brother. There wouldn't be beef between the two, and it would just be great to see. Logan had a lot of nice things to say about Paddy and clearly respects him a whole lot. He spoke about how young and great he was and how he is rising up quickly. It would be a good fight in our eyes. What do you think? Let us know down in the comment section below what you think about this possible matchup. It would be insane. Next up, we have Jake Paul offers Michael Bisping $1 million and a share of his pay-per-view revenue for a boxing match. We really can't go a week without Jake Paul in the fighting news, can we? Recently, Jake Paul has been dipping his toes back into the boxing world and trying to get certain UFC fighters to train up and fight him. The latest person to be a target of Paul's is retired UFC fighter Michael Bisping. Paul has offered the ex-UFC fighter $1 million and a share of his own pay-per-view earnings if he steps into the ring with him this year. Paul always offers these crazy amounts of money as he knows he will win these matches. Though Bisping is an incredible fighter, isn't a power like Paul. No matter what you think about Paul, it's hard to say he isn't an amazing boxer. He has shown time and time again how good he is compared to other influencers. Paul also became more of a boxer than a YouTuber or influencer at this point. Bisping wrote, "Come on at Jake Paul. You do know I'm about your size. Surely that excludes me from your hit list." Paul responded by writing, "I would knock you out worse than Hendo. You're an easy fight, but show me you can get licensed and I will show you $1 million plus pay-per-view." In his tweet, Paul referenced Bisping's loss to Dan Henderson at UFC 100 in 2009. line. Bisping's last fight was in November 2017 when he was beaten in the first round by Kevin Gastelum. Prior to that, he lost to George St. Pierre. Paul, meanwhile, has won all 5 of his professional fights, with his last 2 successes having come against Tyron Woodley. If the fight against Bisping doesn't materialize, then alternative options for Paul include Floyd Mayweather, Sonny Bill Williams, and Tommy Fury, as well as Oscar De La Hoya and ex-UFC middleweight champion Anderson Silva. Let us know down in the comment section below what you think about Paul's claims toward Bisping. Do you want to see this fight, or do you think it has no chance of happening? Let us know. Paul is a crazy man, that's for sure. Former UFC fighter Chael Sonnen being charged with 11 counts of battery over a December incident in Las Vegas. After a few months of deliberation and court hearings, it looks like retired UFC fighter Chael Sonnen is going to be charged with 11 counts of battery that came from an incident on December 18th in Las Vegas. It seems like the case is being classified as battery by strangulation. He originally only got 5 battery citations in the case, but they were dismissed back in January, in order for the charges to be refilled and charged around. He currently works as an MMA analyst for ESPN, and they have released a statement about him. Chael will not appear on ESPN as we explore the details of these serious charges, the company said in a statement. The criminal complaint was filed back in December and was obtained by ESPN. According to the statement, 6 people were attacked, including the man who was strangled. The complaint also said that he used force of violence upon a woman by striking, punching, and pushing her. From what we know, according to the complaint, Sonnen punched the first man, kicked the second, and hit the third man in the face. Then he kneed the fourth man and hit the fifth man with his elbow. Documents are yet to be released by courts into public domain, but it seems like they're being released soon. It's a crazy story that needs to be updated. Let us know down in the comment section below what you think of it all. And that's the end of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comment section below? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye!